Salem, a town where secrets refuse to stay buried. This week, August 4th to 8, Days of Our Lives delivers a whirlwind of guilt, betrayal, and shocking reunions. Rachel Black's guilt begins to surface. Sarah Horton Kuriakis faces a secret dilemma that could change everything. And Sammy Brady finally returns to a Salem that has been torn apart by tragedy and lies. So buckle up, because the drama this week is nothing short of explosive. Deep inside the quiet halls of Salem, Marlena Evans faces one of the hardest challenges of her life. In her office, the air feels thick, heavy with secrets, as she sits across from a trembling Rachel Black. Rachel's small hands twist nervously in her lap, her eyes darting anywhere but Marlena's. There's fear there, and something else, guilt. Marlena knows the signs. She's seen this before in patients burying memories too dark to face. And now, the haunting question looms. Did Rachel pull the trigger on E.J. DiMera that fateful night? The session begins slowly, Marlena's voice calm and steady, trying to guide Rachel back to that night. A flash of memory flickers in the girl's mind, a shadow, a gun, the echo of a single shot, but she quickly recoils, refusing to speak. Marlena senses the battle within her. A child desperate to protect herself, yet weighed down by a truth that could destroy lives. Meanwhile, across town, E.J. DiMera is playing his own dangerous game. He's determined to cast enough doubt in court to save Johnny, even if it means keeping the real shooter's identity in the shadows. He knows the jury can be swayed, and he will manipulate every angle to protect his son. But Marlena's conscience is tearing her apart. She doesn't want to see Johnny imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, but exposing Rachel could break her forever. And to make matters worse, Belle Black begins to suspect the truth. She watches her mother with growing concern, noticing the way Marlena hesitates, the way her eyes darken when the subject of the shooting comes up. Belle's confrontation is inevitable, and Marlena will have to decide if she will finally speak, or stay silent. All of this unfolds while Marlena herself is unraveling. She is still grieving the loss of John Black, haunted by moments of dizziness, fainting spells, and eerie visions of the Queen of the Night, an image that seems to follow her even in her dreams. Every secret she keeps feels heavier, and every moment of hesitation brings her closer to breaking. And just when she needs comfort the most, someone from her past returns. August 5th marks a turning point in Salem. Sammy Brady is back. This is not the fiery, impulsive Sammy of old, storming in with accusations and schemes. This time, her return carries a quiet weight, a daughter coming home to a mother in pain. Sammy is racked with guilt for missing John's funeral, for not being there in the darkest moment of her family's life. The reunion is tender and raw. Marlena, holding her grief behind a fragile mask, finally breaks as she falls into her daughter's embrace. Sammy's voice trembles as she apologizes, while Marlena whispers that she understands. The two share a moment of true vulnerability, the kind of intimate mother-daughter scene that reminds Days fans why they fell in love with these characters decades ago. But in Salem, peace never lasts for long. As Sammy spends more time with her mother, she starts to notice the small cracks, the pauses in conversation, the haunted looks, the unspoken tension whenever Rachel or Johnny's case is mentioned. Sammy has always been quick to pick up on secrets, and her instincts will start to buzz. Could she be the one to uncover Marlena's hidden knowledge? Could her return change the course of the trial, and the fate of Rachel Black? For now, all we know is this. Sammy's presence brings a wave of emotion and a glimmer of hope, but in Salem, hope often walks hand in hand with chaos. Across the other side of Salem, Sarah Horton Kuriakis feels her world tilting beneath her feet. The polished walls of her living room suddenly feel like a cage as Sophia Choi's confession unravels everything Sarah thought she knew. Sophia, cornered and trembling, finally cracks. Her voice shakes as she spills the truth, or at least, the version she wants Sarah to believe. She speaks of the mysterious safe haven box, of desperate choices, and of the moment she handed her newborn son, Tesoro, into a system she thought would protect him. And now, with a wavering breath, she insists that Tesoro is truly her child. Sarah's heart pounds in her chest. The revelation crashes over her like a tidal wave. For weeks, she has threatened to go to the authorities if the baby wasn't safe, wielding her maternal instincts like a shield. But this is a nightmare wrapped in uncertainty. Is Sophia finally telling the whole truth, or is this just another carefully spun half-lie meant to protect herself? The moral weight is crushing. Sarah knows that if she exposes Sophia now, it could shatter lives. Brady Black, blissfully unaware, believes in the innocence of everyone involved. And poor Tate Black, his fragile sense of family could implode in an instant if the truth comes out. Days bleed into nights as Sarah wrestles with her conscience. She finds herself seeking comfort in Brady's presence, their conversations filled with quiet glances and unspoken understanding. Each moment they share feels heavier than the last, a dangerous mix of warmth and guilt. The closer they grow, the more Sarah feels the sharp edge of the secret cutting into her heart. And in Salem, secrets have a way of surfacing when you least expect them. The emotional storm brewing inside Sarah finally erupts in spectacular Salem fashion. It begins at a dinner meant to be civilized, but Gabby Hernandez has never been one to play by the rules. Dressed to kill and armed with her trademark smirk, she leans across the table, locking eyes with Xander Kuriakis. And then, without hesitation, she presses her lips to his in a kiss that drips with provocation. The room goes still. Brady's fork clatters against his plate. Sarah freezes, her stomach twisting in a mix of shock and fury. It's a public taunt, a deliberate attack on her emotions. In a heartbeat, Sarah's anger ignites into action. Her eyes narrow, and she turns toward Brady. Before logic can stop her, she pulls him into a kiss, fierce, impulsive, and full of pent-up tension. The air crackles with shock as both kisses hang in the room like a lit fuse. For Xander, that fuse explodes. His chair scrapes back violently as he rises, fists clenched and jaw tight. Rage pours off him in waves. "How dare you?" he growls, his voice echoing with betrayal and heartbreak. Brady stands, ready to defend himself, and in an instant, the confrontation turns physical. Shouts fill the room, a chair topples, and fists fly. This is no mere lover's quarrel, it's the raw, unfiltered chaos of Salem's most combustible hearts colliding. By the time someone pulls them apart, the damage is done. The lines have been crossed, loyalties have been shattered, and Xander's desperate need for anger management has never been more obvious. And through it all, Sarah feels the crushing weight of the secret she's still hiding, a secret that could destroy them all if it ever comes to light. This week in Salem, secrets ignite, hearts collide, and the past refuses to stay buried. Will Marlena risk everything to protect Rachel's innocence, or expose her to save Johnny? Will Sarah's secret crush and Sophia's confession lead to love, or disaster? And will Sammy's return heal old wounds, or rip open new ones? The answers are coming, and you won't want to miss a single second. If you're as hooked on this roller coaster as we are, let us know in the comments. What storyline are you most excited about this week? And do you think Rachel will finally confess? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Salem, where the drama never sleeps.